Hello, everyone. Welcome to the ServiceNow Pilots podcast. And today I would like to welcome you to the special episode. We have, I would say, not a new guest. However, we've had a chance to speak with Agnieszka some time ago about service strategic portfolio manager, which you can watch on our YouTube channel as well as to listen on our Spotify. But today we want to discuss another matter, which is a consultant role within the project and within the organization, of course, in a ServiceNow environment. So, hello, Agnieszka. It's really nice to see you again. Unfortunately, online, but it's great to have a chance to speak with you. How are you today?
I'm really happy to being here again. As you can see, I liked that before, so nice to be here again.
That's great. That's great that we provided you with a great atmosphere that you wanted to come back to us. So yeah, we can jump into the first question of the today's topic, which is who actually is a consultant within the project, and what is his or her role? In your own words, how would you describe it?
A consultant is a person who will provide you and will support you to define your process, to define your system in your organization, and define, for example, module which you would like to pick from a ServiceNow perspective. So the consultant is a person who will also consult a lot of the doubts, will work with you on the different ways how you can work and how you can utilize this system.
Okay, so the main benefits is like this role opens customers' eyes to another parts of the area that the customer didn't see before the implementation. Let's say.
Exactly, and really nice situation in that kind of projects where you have the consultant is that the consultant will see much more ways and many of perspectives because consultant was involved in different organizations with different projects, maybe in the same module. So consultant mainly saw different ways, different approach, how you can utilize the system. So sometimes when you think as a customer that your way is the best one, the consultant can challenge that, and not in a that abuse way, I can say, but in a way where it can open your eyes how we can utilize the system better and how we can work better.
Okay, okay. So, but when we think of it from the others' roles perspectives, because for many projects we have developers, we have testers or QAs, we have project managers, and we have consultants. So, when it comes to day-to-day business during the projects, what are the responsibilities of a consultant or daily tasks of a consultant role within the project?
And if you are in the project, consultant take part in a daily calls with the client. If you are in the project, if you are on the beginning of the project, the consultant is involved at the first place before even developer. Many times consultant is working with an architect of the system, but consultant is involved with workshops with the client where it can gather the use cases from the organization and the needs, how the system should be utilized. And of course on these workshops, if we have a input before the workshops, consultant can prepare some kind of POC on a PDI system. It means that we can show to the client how the client can imagine how the system will look like at the end of the story. It depends which of the consultant will you pick on the workshops, because we have to as you know, we have two rules as a solution consultant and technical consultant. But most of us as a consultants, we are ready to show to the client on the live system how we can play with the system. So even during these workshops, we have some kind of Q&A sessions, which can help to the client to show, okay, maybe that way is a more effective way to utilize that, to work with the system. And maybe from time to time the client can show us or can express the need, the uh, expectations, how they would like to work with the system.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, you mentioned that when it comes to the beginning of the project, the consultant role is even before the developers. But generally, at what stage, from I don't know, from a sales perspective, but also from the customer perspective, at what stage of selling a project or project initiation, at what stage should we include or involve the consultant role, and what are the benefits of it?
That depends from the offer which we received from the market. But we have a situation when the consultant is a person who will go to the workshop and will present the needs of the clients based on the client's use cases provided to us. But from time to time, we receive the information that, okay, please prepare the offer based on the modules which we expect to work in on our organization. In that case, the consultant is involved much sooner, because then we can have a short call with the client, or we can analyze the use cases provided by a client, and we can help to provide and build the uh, offer for our clients with a list of modules, with our estimations. Of course, the estimation will be done with an architect mainly and developer, but we can provide the estimation. It means that we can cooperate with the sales team how expensive the project will be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And yeah, maybe a tricky question this would be, according to the role, but should a consultant have a technical background? Because I mean, of course, when we are thinking of a ServiceNow platform, you should know the platform, of course, but from a perspective that, um, should consultant know how to code, how to um, conduct all of the developers, for example, tasks? Should, or maybe this is not necessary for that kind of role?
It's not, believe me. The technical background, which I would like to point here, is a
Yeah.
technical background about the processes. For example, idle processes. That is important, because when you would like to implement and you would like to consult the ITSM module, that is really useful when you know exactly how the incidents flow work, how the problem work.
Mm-hmm.
So that is useful, and that for sure will help you to manage and to understand better the client. From a SPM perspective, it's better if you know some of the project management tricks and methodologies. That is useful for CMDB, for example. That is better if you have a knowledge from the server world, as I can say. And that is useful but not necessary, especially from a solution consultant. You need to understand, and if you are talkative person, that you can understand the client when you will ask really many questions, and you will be open for the need from the client. But you don't need to know code, that is for sure. And this is why we cooperate with, not only, as I said, with pre-sales, but on every stage I cooperate with developers and architects. Every
Mm-hmm.
time when we have a ask from our client, okay, that is not out of the box, but I would like to have that. I on constantly on my Teams communicator, I have two of my friends who where I can send every message about the code, about the possibilities of the
Mm-hmm.
system, and I will receive that information straight away. So you don't need to code for sure. You know that there are a lot of these business rules and a lot of the scripts which you can use. it from as they can say that after a month of using that system and cooperation with developers, that will stay in your head, and that is of course useful. That yes, but you don't need to have that skills on the beginning of the road to be the good consultant. I can say also that more important is to have these soft skills, that you need
Hmm.
to be open person, you need to be talkative, you need to know how to work and how to handle the cooperation with the client, and I believe that is more important in this stage.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, the reason that I ask, because many of our viewers may seem to look for entering the world of ServiceNow, but they do not have like very technical backgrounds. They are more focused on soft skills and processes. So that may be a good approach to enter the world of ServiceNow into the consultant role rather than a developer, QA, or anything else. Yeah, and before you mentioned that we have two types, I would say, for prove me if I'm wrong. Technical consultant and solution consultants. I may have some thoughts about it, but I believe many people may not understand the difference or the critical differentiation between those two kinds of roles. Could you please
uh,
explain it?
Yeah, solution consultant is less technical, that is for sure, and is that this technical consultant is closer to this development part, and is able to provide some configuration and small customization to the client without extra developer. That
Hmm.
person will also provide all of the tests. So if when we have from time to time really small projects and we do not need as many people involved, then we will of course provide to the client the technical consultant. That person will play many roles in that project, and then still has all of these soft skills uh, together with this knowledge of development. So that person can be this standalone person on the project, and the project will be successful. Solution consultant unfortunately do not have that technical knowledge as much, but
Hmm.
I can say that this is of course the first step to be the developer, this more experienced technical consultant. But that is not the only way, because the solution consultant, if will have more experience with clients, cooperation with pre-sales department, and cooperation with the clients with many aspects, because as you know, consultant can be involved not only with a preparation or on a of the project or working on the project on a daily basis, but there are many ways. So you can be a solution consultant, and you can stay on that role and still be successful.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, or maybe is it possible that you may have two roles within the same project or engagement? So you have some developers, project managers, but also you have technical and solution consultant, and how they should cooperate within the project, or
Technical consultant will also have more knowledge about the architecture. I cannot, of course, I don't want to say that solution consultant doesn't have that, but the technical consultant will be more involved with, for example, how the tables should be connected. What is the relationship between this and this module, not on the top level, but on the backend level from a coding perspective as well. But from time to time, when we have a big clients and big offer to provide and to discuss, we have a situation when this solution consultant will provide these soft skills, will provide to the ability to understand the need, the process of the client, the requirements, how the module will look like, but also will discuss this additional topic if that is doable, if we can do this one, and that will be discussed with this more technical consultant. That depends from the scale of our client, of the our organization, who will ask for to provide that ServiceNow solution.
Hmm. Okay, so it is possible to
It
cooperate.
is.
I believe those two roles should be when combining together. Those should be in very large programs. Yeah, or would you recommend another
That is
approach?
maybe for more mature clients with
Okay.
experience expectation about the module. For example,
Mm-hmm.
as you know, I'm working a lot with SPM. So for SPM, I saw many organizations where we provided that approach. That solution consultant was closer to the client with understanding the process, understanding how the system should work.
Mm-hmm.
But that was also consultant with a technical consultant from an architecture perspective, a development and coding perspective, because we need to also remember about the configuration and customization from time to time, which we provide to our client, that can influence the performance. So the solution consultant from time to time will not see that aspect, how that will, how heavy that can be for this system. So it's better to provide better cooperation with our clients and have that more experienced person. But as I said, the communication is a key, and
Mm-hmm.
solution consultant can also be involved on the project only with a developer who has these soft skills, because for some of our projects we have a double rule, not only for our consultants, but we have a one
Yeah,
person who is at the beginning of the project is an architect, but then when everything is set up, when everything is agreed how that should look like, then became a developer and start to code, right? So depends from the project.
of course, of course. Okay, so for now we know who is a consultant, at what stage should this role be introduced. We also and differentiated those two roles, and up to this time we've discussed about this role only within the project area. Should we think of a consultant role as a person who comes to the project, who evangelize the customer about the ServiceNow platform, and once we have a cake party, go live, everything went well, so we say goodbye to the consultant? Or for example, if we maintain the platform, or we approach a customer who already has um, a ServiceNow platform, for example, SPM or ITSM or anything like that. Is it valuable to also include this consultant role?
Uh, as I can see, my last year of
Hmm.
being a consultant here in Spoke, and more than a year, as I can say now, but looking only for a last year, I can tell you that I was involved with 19 projects, but only two of them were the whole, project from start to this lovely cake. Rest of them was involvement with many different topics. That's not always the pre-sales or offer, but the cooperation with the clients is now on many different aspects that is open for us. And solution consultant, as I say, and really didn't want to say that sooner, that you can involve that person, for example, for trainings. If you have a system, and this is one of the projects which I managed which I had last year, that we had a situation where the client already had the full system. The client has the working organization with this module of ServiceNow, but they received that system and they
Hmm.
have the, for example, technical background, the technical people, but they do not know exactly how the module works from a process perspective, how the calculation are working. So we provide also the trainings. We can go with the client, we can meet with the client. Of course, we need to see the system before. We need to understand what are the pain points for our clients. So we meet with this guys, and that is not a, the top senior management, but these are the exact people who are working and supporting the system. We speak with them. We of course start the training with a proper process, the how we can utilize the system, how we can work with the system. But in such a situation also, I said to these administrators of the system that, hey guys, I know that you received the incidents, so let's open your system and start to work. I will show you the hints where to look for a potential solutions in your in such a situations, right? So that is not a provide this training and how they should, play with the system, but also how they can support their internal users with resolving their day-to-day incidents to help them.
Mm-hmm.
So we provided that session. Other session which I remember was related only with advisory. So we met with the client. We spent with the client 2 days, and we discussed the current solution implemented in the client organization. And every time when we had some doubts, that is purely about understanding what is there, but also challenging and providing these potential solutions and potential, that this uh, ideas which you saw in different projects. It means that you can provide a different perspective to the client,
Mm-hmm.
to have to build that in his mind that, okay, we could that better, or we could that in the that could be done in a different way. So this is the advisory, is really nice topic which I really like, and that is a still that is a soft skill communication, soft skill ability to cooperate, understand on the really quickly, in a quick short time, to understand the situation of the client, to provide ad hoc the potential solutions which will of course could influence our clients. And believe me, we had the situations when after the advisory the clients came to us and said, okay, I liked your idea, so help me to implement that, and from that we received the full project, right? So advisory is really, really nice approach which we provide to our clients recently. But not only because on after one of our projects, at least for me, we were also involved with building the roadmap.
Mm-hmm.
And now we cooperate with
So
our
sorry
clients.
for interrupting. So as a roadmap, we may say a plan to evolve the platform in the future. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it means that we implemented something. We have our supporters, or we have our developers there, and we cooperate with the client on the continuous improvement. But we have some of our customers now, where we discuss the roadmap with the client, saying that, okay, we understand your needs. Let's build that and discuss how we can adjust that in the this year, or we can say that no, we are not ready for it, or we should postpone that. So we are cooperating and discussing with the client what is valuable to do it this year, or maybe for next years.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, as you said, so you had several customers who started small. They wanted to start with a system, with a platform, and then due to the magic touch of a consultant role, they wanted more. Some may say it's greedy, but from my perspective, I believe that once you purchased a very expensive tool, a very expensive platform, it's great to learn about it and to know about its capabilities. So I wouldn't say it's greedy. I would say it's mind opening at some point, because yeah, you may use 5% of a very large platform, and you may think, oh, ServiceNow is just a ticketing tool. But you may also have some people who can say, okay, this you can automate, this you can make create better, this may speed up your internal processes. And I believe this is valuable, because from the starting point at the end of the process, you may use the whole platform, and you are fully educated customer. Would you agree on that?
Yeah, and this is what we provide recently also, that we provide only hints how you can work, how you can do that better. We provide support, because support of the how you can, the uh, uh, build something extra, but with current modules which you even have. Of course, if we know that require additional license that will need to be done with an additional module, of course we are open to discuss that.
Mhm.
But also from time to time I saw the situation when the customer asked us for an additional customization,
Mhm.
where we as a consultant we have of course the uh, possibility to play with a higher version after the fresh release, and we can see that that is available there. So we would like to provide to our client that we can say that yeah, let's focus on the upgrade to the higher version, because that is there to work with the ServiceNow approach, to be closer
Mhm.
to the box, and to still be uh, to still achieve what you would like to achieve at the end, right?
Mhm.
And I believe that the all of our clients, as I work with the clients really really close now, I believe they would like to feel the trust in us, that we know exactly what we do. From time to time we cannot say that we know everything, and that is
Mhm.
what we do, that we say that from time to time I don't know, but I'm willing to learn myself, to gather that knowledge. Give me 2 days, I will come back to you and I will help you. Because I believe if they feel that safety from our side, that that
Mhm.
everything is under some control, that
Yeah.
we are willing to help, they are willing to cooperate with us on the later stages, right?
Great. Okay, that's a great approach. So sometimes, of course, yeah, ServiceNow platform is very huge platform, and it is impossible to know everything about each product, which is huge. But yeah, it's always great to learn and to have those soft skills. Okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
still, please
Yeah.
remember that from time to time, if you don't know exact module, we have
Mhm.
other people in our organization, and we are open to
Yeah.
say to the clients, right? That yeah, I don't have that knowledge, but my friend is
Yeah.
of course experienced with it. So we need to be open
Mhm.
to our clients to have this full cooperation.
Yeah, so that transparency for sure builds trust between a partner and a customer. Okay, yeah, I believe I know more about the consultant role within the project, and apart from that, and it was very great to speak with you about the role. During our last meeting, I asked you. What do you like the most about ServiceNow platform? But the I believe the we could today we could be given the similar answer from you. So yeah, as I just want to have this last question, this the last one thing, before we end up our meeting. So today I've come up with another question about the future of ServiceNow platform from your perspective, as you've been in the within this area, within this platform for quite some time. How do you see the future or the evolution of ServiceNow platform?
Of course, AI. You can
Yeah.
always have a predictive intelligence, AI everywhere.
Yeah.
That is, of course, proper answer. But I can see it in a quite different way, because, as you know, I work with a service now for many years now,
Hmm.
and I remember the service now where they provided only support for ITSM. And now, as I can see it, that they provide many modules for CSDM, CMDB, from a CSDM with a cooperation with SPM, that
Hmm.
provides you the holistic view of how you can work in your organization. It means that I believe that ServiceNow will uh, you can exchange many other applications to have everything under one umbrella under ServiceNow. This is
Mhm.
how I can see it. And with all of these dashboards, all of these workspaces that they build now as a solution provider, that will help you to manage your organization in a more efficient way.
Okay. Okay. Uh, Let me come up with another question for another meeting that we may have in the future. You make it difficult for me, but yeah, thank you, Aga, very much for your time, of course, and for your knowledge and experience for sharing it with us. And I believe our listeners and viewers would also appreciate it. And yeah, to our listeners out there. Thank you very much for being here with us today. I hope that this episode provide you with a knowledge about a consultant role and you understand it more. And from my perspective, yeah, follow us on LinkedIn, follow us on Spotify, subscribe, click the subscribe button below before you jump to your daily work, I would say. And yeah, see you in the next episode.